Hey guys, it's Larry Greenberg, and today we're going to take a look at the Logitech Ultrathin Keyboard cover for the iPad 2 and the new iPad. This sells for $99. I've had the chance to review a lot of keyboard style cases for the iPad 2 and the new iPad, and this one is one of the more unique ones I've come across. So let's crack open the packaging of the Ultrathin keyboard cover and find out what it's all about right now. So I do think the Logitech Ultrathin keyboard cover is one of the most unique keyboard cases I've had a chance to review. There are a lot of things that I like about it and a lot of things I do not like about it. So inside the packaging you're going to get the keyboard itself as well as a micro USB cable for recharging the keyboard. Now there's also an instruction manual in here which we don't really need. So what makes this so unique is it uses the iPad's smart cover design to magnetically attach itself to the side of your iPad. Before we attach it to the iPad, let's just take note of the 3 buttons or ports on the side. You have the Bluetooth button that's used to pair this with the iPad, which we'll do in a second. Power switch, and then a micro USB port for recharging the keyboard. You'll also note kind of this groove right in here, and that's where you prop up your iPad for use with the keyboard. And again, we'll get to that in a second. So as far as using this as a case, it works just like the smart cover. You simply take your iPad and magnetically click it in to the Logitech Ultrathin keyboard cover. Once you do, what you're left with is, judging by the name you would expect, a thin keyboard cover. And pretty much this is about the same size as the iPad. So if you imagine just taking 2 iPads and sticking them on top of each other, that's about the size of this, which is pretty remarkable. So all of your ports and controls are completely exposed. This does nothing really as far as protecting your iPad except for the screen. If you're worried about the back scratching, you may want to think about a skin or a smart cover-like compatible case, because that will work just fine with this. Again, any case that works with the smart cover will work fine with this. So as far as using it in the closed position, this is kind of where my biggest complaint is. The magnets aren't strong enough. It's really easy just to pop it off, and you can see I just did that. It clicks right back on, but it takes one little light thumb press for this to come apart. And I did find often that as I was carrying it, it would easily slide apart. While it's connected, it's still very strong. So if I connect this back together and hold it up, you'll see that the iPad doesn't fall off. It seems very strong when it's connected, but also at the same time, the slightest kind of movement of this and the iPad comes removed from the keyboard case. Now as far as using this with the keyboard, it does work with the smart cover-like feature, so you can see what's cool is when I close it, it locks my iPad. When I open it, it unlocks it. So when you want to use it with the keyboard, you separate your iPad from the keyboard case and then insert your iPad into the little groove. Now it makes a clicking sound because there is a magnet inside that groove which locks the iPad in here. So if I pick this up, you'll see the keyboard comes with it because it is now magnetically connected. So let's pair this up. I will go into my settings, general, Bluetooth, and then press the button on the side to initiate the pairing process after, of course, I turn it on. And that will pair up the keyboard. And there it is appeared on my screen. So I'm going to press that to select the Ultrathin keyboard cover, and now I'm completely connected. Now I do have some iPad-specific keys to access, which work with the function key. So at first when I got this, I started pressing all these keys at the top going, I want to get back to the home button, which does happen to work, and the lock screen, the lock screen doesn't work. That's because in order to make this so slim, what Logitech had to do was double up this row of numeric keys and iPod control keys. So for example, in order to use the lock key, I have to hold the function key and then press delete at the same time. Same to unlock it. So to save space, they kind of combined the top 2 rows, the numeric key and the iPad control keys. You do have specific iPad keys, the same ones you'll find on most keyboards. You've got things like Spotlight Search, again, function. You've got your iPod controls, again, lock, home screen, cut, copy, and paste, etc. So as far as the keys go, they are chiclet style keys. They are extremely small. I found that for typing, it works best just to use 2 fingers, 2 pointer fingers. So if you're looking for a gigantic regular size keyboard, you're not going to find it. Again, this is meant to work with, a slim design. So they've made the keys very small. Once you have this thing charged up, Logitech says you will get up to 6 months of battery life for typing on a single charge. Pretty remarkable that you only have to charge it once for 6 months. That means generally you can do it twice a year and then it'll keep charge. Pretty remarkable. So the finish itself is this piano black, very glossy. It does get fingerprints, which I can't say I'm a fan of. It looks good, but lots of fingerprints. My only other complaint about the case is it gets scratched up very easily. Not sure if you can make out like some of the blemishes up here in the upper corners, you know, in the bottom corner, but it does seem to get marked up pretty easily. And again, it offers very little in the way of protection on the back. Otherwise, though, it's a very unique design. Am I going to keep using it? Probably not, only because I'm concerned about this separation that just seems to happen too easily. I really enjoy the overall design elements of this, how thin it is and how it attaches. I'm also in the process of testing out Logitech's other new keyboard for the iPad and iPad 2, the solar powered one, and sneak peek, I think that one is going to be the one that I'm going to stick with for a variety of reasons, but look for a full review of that very soon. So that has been a brief look at the Logitech Ultrathin Keyboard cover for the iPad 2 and the new iPad. Should you have any questions about this product, you know you can always drop me a line. Check the link in the video description if you'd like to learn more about the Ultrathin Keyboard cover. Otherwise, please have a great day. Please be sure to check out my 2 latest videos. Please like this video, leave a comment below, and of course subscribe for more content.